Yeah, so we have clients that want to grow on Amazon, so we focus on scaling tactics with them. It costs a lot more money. And then we have clients that just want to protect their brand. And so we do that for clients as well. Of course, when you protect your brand, it's going to be the best return on your investment. You're going to make more money as a result of that. And if you want to scale, it's going to be a lower return on your investment, but you might get more sales in the long run as a result. So it just depends on the strategy you're going with. We focus on scale for most clients, but we have a couple clients that are just like, I want to profit as much as possible right now. And so we'll scale their ads back and just focus on the ROI. So we do both.
What does it mean to scale?
It's a great question. So scale means scale is a sexy term in the business world. And I'm glad you asked this because everybody wants scale until they have it. And then once they have it, it scares the crap out of them. And we have clients that tell us they want to scale. And then once we start scaling, everything breaks. And this includes my own business. We have completely broken our business this year as a result of scale. And the reason that happened is because COVID was a big part of it, but also when you go from, doing 3 million a year, even just to 4 to 5 million a year, which is what we've done, it's a big process and you need the resources there. So to scale just means to, increase your sales exponentially and to increase your market share on Amazon. And so if somebody searches for just like a generic item, let's say this is my example that I give because it's one of my products, eyelid wipes. We sell eyelid wipes. So when somebody searches for a generic term like eyelid wipes, you want to be at the top of that search. And if you're at the top of that search, then you're going to scale very quickly. Most people buy one of the top three of the searches. And so if you can get to that top three position, we're at number 3 right now. And guess what? We broke it. So once we got to that number 3, our supply chain got messed up because then we had to order 27,000 units, which equates to about $75,000.
Wow.
And you have to have that money to both buy inventory, but to buy advertising. And so scale happens and it can happen incredibly fast. And when that happens, you have to have the cash to support it. And then when you do that across multiple products, it gets even more complicated. So we have about 20 products now. And when you start to scale, we have one product that's really scaled and it's pretty steady scale. So like we've got the cash to order more inventory to pay for the advertisement. So it just kind of keeps cycling this loop. But now we've started adding about 6 more products that are starting to scale. And when we started adding 6 more products, that's when it started breaking. And so we were like, okay, let's focus on the first one that got us here. And then we got to figure out what to do with these. And then things happen. Logistics problems, we got something stuck in FDA customs clearance because we have one product that we ship from China. The rest is made here in the US. So it makes it a lot easier, but it got stuck. And so now we're trying to not go out of stock while trying to get those through. So with scale, you have to have your supply chain buttoned up. You have to have money for inventory. You have to have everything because sales will increase quite a bit and you probably will run out of stock as a result of that. And then when you run out of stock, you run out of that, your momentum goes down and then you have to regain that momentum. And then you got to make sure you don't run out of money. And so it's a constant battle at whatever level you're at to scale. And like I said, a lot of people want to scale until it happens. And then once it happens, they may not want it anymore. We have a client that they have one product and we've taken them from about $10,000 a month in sales to now doing about 90,000 a month in sales. And it took us about 2 years to get to that point because every time we started hitting a little bit of scale, they'd run out of inventory. And then we'd hit it again after we got the momentum back and then they'd run out of inventory. And then now they're running out of cash because when you're managing $10,000 a month in sales and $90,000 a month in sales, it's completely different because now they have to have cash to order the inventory to then use that cash to buy more advertising, but you can't run out of inventory or you'll lose that momentum. So we're kind of with them, we go up to 90,000, then we drop to 30, and then we drop to 10, and then we go back up to 80,000 a month. And so we're just this constant roller coaster. And you've probably heard the term the entrepreneur roller coaster,
Mm-hmm.
and it's 100% accurate. And especially if you're trying to hit scale. So with them, they're a great client and we love working with them. We just can't keep them in stock. And it's a great problem to have, but it also causes a lot of problems. People go bankrupt from trying to scale. And it's not that they're not profitable, they just run out of cash.